All right, let's rock and roll. Let's rock and roll, man. So excited to be chatting with everybody today. One of my good buddies, one of my new directs, just got her license, fired up for her. We had on the dial jam this morning, another new direct coming out of Salt Lake City. We got so much good stuff going on right now. And coming off of, again, what was a crazy weekend last weekend. Like an event's powerful when you feel it, not just in the event, but you continue to feel it after the event. Like that's the ride we're still on. I had the privilege of being on the Carey's call on Friday, and it's not just us, guys. That's how you know magical stuff's happening, because it's not just us. Their team is on fire too. It's happening all over, which tells you big things are about to happen. Big things are happening. In fact, let's just get right into the numbers, because I want to give Tawney Carey as much time as we can give her this morning. I'm telling you what, man, what they're doing with ERS, they've been setting the example for some time now, and what they're doing is creating magic for their people. And she's been kind enough to share some of her time and that magic with us. But let's go. All producers over 1,000 for the week last week. We'll start with David Moore Jr., $1,098.72. Doug Schaefer, $1,155.84. Noel Wilson, $1,295.64. Nicole McConico, $1,308.60. Vonda Parks, $1,335. Randy Schroeder, $1,362.36. Kellen Whedon, $1,433.28. Sean Quigley, $1,485. Brandon and Ashley Beal, $1,659.96. Brittany Martin, $2,127. Natasha Williams, $2,075.08. Mergen Choakan Hurtado, please text me a pronunciation key. I want to get your name right so bad. $3,360. Chris Callis, $3,636.96. Chris, you got to know Soto is talking about you big time, man. He probably spent 15 minutes talking to me about you on Friday. Diana Castile, $3,911.40. Gustavo Mercedes Tehran, $4,497.60. Sabrina Floyd, $4,555.44. Austin Heater, $4,990.56. Mimi Ramiro, $5,136.24. Evan Patzer, $5,220.37. Kyle Fawcett, the star of the activity call on Friday. Kyle, I'm telling you, man, so many people are just blown away by what you're doing, having just joined us in May, dude. You had 20,000 last week. Follow that up with another 8 apps for $8,604.72. You are rocking, dude. Mark and Shannon Hutchison, $13,798.56. That is good for 13th in NAA month to date and submit. Jeremico Edwards, number 2 with us last week, number 11 in the Alliance month to date, $13,879.94. And number 1, this guy has been on a tear. And I'm just telling you, if you missed the Monday morning Zoom, God, even if on the West Coast, I know it's 6 a.m., get up and watch it and learn, man. I'm telling you what Billy's doing. He is on a tear. He's currently number 3 in submit in the Alliance. This week, $19,760.04 over 22 apps. You say app count gets you excited? Yeah, app count gets me excited. Why? Because that's something you can do again. Holly said, do you see how many apps Billy did? And I was like, yeah, about like that. Fortunately, they're e-apps, though, or most of them anyway. Man, back in the day, that would have been a massive pile of paper. Brother, I'm so proud of you. We're going to hear a few things from Billy in just a minute. Let's go to key leader groups and above, top 5 for the week. Number 5 would be Jeremico Edwards, key leader group, what he's got outside of his 2 key leader legs. Number 4, Brandon and Ashley Beal. Number 3, Evan Patzer. Number 2, Mark and Shana Hutchison. And no surprise, number 1 for the week, Billy and Ada Crane. Let's get into some recruiting numbers, all with 1 direct completed fast track. You got my base shop, Rogers and Kemp Straughter, Ali Rodriguez, Reva Davis, Kyle Fawcett, Brandon and Ashley Beal, Caleb Delgado, and Evan Patzer with 2 direct completed. Oh, those are contracts. I'm sorry, contracts for the week. I said fast track. I meant contracts. Well, I meant to actually, what I meant to do was read the fast tracks, but I'm reading the contracts. So now that we'll do that first this week. Hey, tune in next week to see which leaderboard I decide to do first next week. With leading the way, Shadayla McLaughlin. I'm telling you, Shadayla McLaughlin, you've been bringing in people 2 direct completed contracts last week. All right, now let's go to fast tracks. All with 1 direct completed fast track. You got Soto, Eduardo Soto, Mark and Shannon Hutchinson, Carolyn Hamlet, Reba Davis, and Shadayla McLaughlin. With 5 direct completed fast tracks, you got Rogers and Kim Strotter, and number 1 with completed fast tracks, direct fast tracks last week, Brandon and Ashley Beal. Let's go to licensing signups. Evan Patzer had 1 direct sign up for licensee last week. Two-way tie at 3rd place between Hutch and Gustavo Mercedes with 2 direct licensing signups. Brandon and Ashley Beal and Rogers and Kim Strotter, 2-way tie for 2nd place with 3 direct licensing signups. And leading the way, my base shop again with 9 direct licensings. That's the first time we've been under double digits in a while, in a week. But we are going to pour it on this week. So much good stuff going on, guys. So here's the order of the call today. I'm going to get Billy Crane to share a couple of great things with us. And then I'm going to turn it over to Tawney Carey. I'm going to mute out and I'm going to take notes. And then when she's done, I've got a truth that I need to share with you. I got a truth I need you to buy into, because it'll change your life. If you buy into the truth, I'm going to talk about at the end of the call. It won't be but a few minutes, but I'm telling you, it's true like gravity. But first, let's get my buddy on for just a couple minutes here. Billy Crane, can you turn your camera on, turn your audio on? There he is. Yes. There he is. Hey, bro, here's what I want, man. Just kind of if you could just give us a little magic. Just give us a little magic, man. I'm telling you, you are on fire, dude. And Andy, like I was talking with Andy about you, and dude, words can't quantify how excited and fired up Andy is about what you and Nate are doing, man. So I just want to get a couple of quick minutes from you, brother. Just give us some of your magic.
Man, oh man. Well, I appreciate the opportunity. I mean, I'm before Tawney, so I feel fortunate because when she go, like, I ain't got to follow that up. So, but just excited more than anything. You say Andy's excited and you're excited. Like, I'm just as excited. You know, I got a little bit of everything going on. I got the FOMO going on. I was frustrated and pissed, excuse my French, that I wasn't down there at family reunion, and you got all the agency managers and I wasn't one of them. And, you know, for me, it's like in my mind, I'm thinking I should already be at AM, but I'm not. So then you got to find out, well, what's the distance? What's stopping you from your expectations to where you think you should be and where you're really at? So I've been thinking through that process. So I got a little bit of FOMO going on. I'm also like, 35th, I think, in NAA. That pisses me off. I just feel like I should be a higher producer. I feel like I can do more. So that's lighting the fire underneath me. And then on the flip side, because, you know, they say either pain or pleasure motivates you. Then I got the pleasure side of things like, man, we got the opportunity to get to 120% if I just go out there and produce, or if I go out there and find 3 or 4 of the agents who I can help get to 20,000. Then it's more excitement like, man, you can become partner if you go out here and you work hard. And then it's even more excitement like, man, you can like change your whole life like in a year if you just go out there and work. And I've been saying it, if you guys have heard me talk, it's like, if you just do the math, 120%, 70,000, 12 months in a row is equivalent to at least a $540,000 income. In my mind, I'm like, you telling me I can go make $500,000 a year in the next 12 months? Like, no days off. Like, 40 appointments, cool. Let's go 50. Like, I'm double booking everything. I want to sit with 10 people a day, not just have 10 appointments. And then if you think about it even more, like, okay, hey, listen, and this may sound crazy, but I know everybody on this line, for the most part, if they had more leads, for example, they will book more appointments. So in my mind, it's like, well, let me go make enough money so when I bring people in, I can make sure that they win, that I can help them get off the ground. And when you go out there and produce at a high level, you can do things like that. So, like, I mean, it's just so many exciting things. Like, I want to be like you guys. I want to be like the Carey. I want to be part of the elite that helped the Alliance change it. I mean, we got some great examples out there, you know, from the Megan Wood. Hutch has been leading the way for years. And now it's like, okay, look, I want to be one of those faces. I want to be one of those people. And I really want to just help inspire other people, let them know what's possible. Don't get me wrong, I'm working. My wife, she got my back. I appreciate her. She knows it. The kid knows it. I told him now, I'm running 3 months hard. Then we're going to take a week vacation. And then we're going to go 3 months hard again. Week vacation, 3 months hard, week vacation. That's my schedule for the next 12 months. Like, it's no question about it. I'm doing it. I'm going all in. But, you know, opportunity is here. And I feel like I already missed the opportunity, you know, to be part of the big IULs that you guys got. And it's like, I'm not going to miss the next opportunity. So I got to do what I got to do to put myself out there. If it means running 7 days a week, if it means working 70 hours, I did it for a company and didn't have the potential of making it. And now I get the opportunity to do it now. And I'm just excited because we got some new people coming on too. I want to be up there with the Brandon Beals 9 Bring Agency in the week and Rogers and Kim and you guys at the base shop. So I'm getting the sales piece down, but get ready. The recruiting side is going to be just as high over the next couple of weeks. So, man, I'm just excited. Just whatever you guys got, the opportunity is here. Don't waste it. Like Steven said, assume you only got a certain amount of time to capitalize on it. And that's what my mindset is. I cannot miss this opportunity because just in case, what if nobody's seen Corona coming this year, right? What if? So that's the way my mindset is. And I'm just thankful for this opportunity. And yeah, Steven, hope that helps, man.
Love it, dude. Absolutely love it, man. Thank you for sharing that magic. I'm telling you, what you're doing is it's anybody can do it. It's a choice. It's a choice to do it or to not do it. And what you're doing, man, the example you're setting is so powerful, man. I'm so proud of you, dude. And you got big, bright things coming, brother. So thank you for your example. And again, Monday and Thursday morning, 9 a.m., jump on the Zoom with us. Listen to what Billy's doing. It's simple, it's smart, and anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. We got Evan Patzer back on the Zoom coming up at as soon as this call's over. So can't wait to get some tips from Evan as well. Evan's on fire. There's so many people on fire. All right, I got to stop because I want to hear from our guest. Guys, there's people in the Alliance that like it's a family. And then there's people that are like even closer part of the family. And that's how I've always felt about Jason and Tawney Carey. Absolute heroes of mine, friends of me and Holly's. We've watched our kids grow up together. And just seeing what the example they've set. I mean, they held down the West Coast through some of the craziest times in the Alliance. And seeing not just the example they set in the past, because anybody can point to the past, but seeing their level of commitment and fire moving forward, guys, this got me crazy fired up. So I'm going to mute out. I want to take some notes. I want to listen to what Tawney Carey has to say. You have the mic, Tawney. Light them up.
Woo-hoo!
Light us up.
Woohoo! I'm so excited. So I don't know if it's okay because I don't see very many cameras up on the call. But would you do me a favor? Will you turn your cameras on? I would like to see the Davies organization. So if you will just throw up your cameras, because I'd like to see, that's right, I see Diane, I see everybody, what's up? Okay, this is awesome. I love this because I'm going to work and you all are going to work. So I love the fact that you were throwing up your cameras. I get to see Brandon. He's in the hunt. Looks like he's driving, and Jeremico. So I see, so please don't crash. I don't want you to crash. Evan, I see you, buddy. I don't know what's behind you, but I see something. But I love seeing you guys' faces, and Neil and Kyle. Like, this fires me up so much. So I don't know if it's like a rule on the Davies organization, but in our organization, we want to see your bright and smiling faces. I want to see your cameras lit up. I want to see each and every one of you. Gustavo and Mercedes, I love it. Seeing everybody's face, and everyone's going to be like, you didn't call my name. I'm sorry. There's a lot of you on the call today. We will get there. Jenna Brown, I love it. That's my daughter's name, Jenna. I like you already. Jenna Brown's on the call. So I am so excited to be with you guys today. Stephen and Holly are not only, can I say this to you guys? Like, I know some of my crew's on here, but I think, other than us, I think you guys have the most incredible leaders in the country. And here's what I know is you guys get an opportunity to see Stephen and Holly on a regular basis. And so sometimes you forget how good you have it. And here's what I mean by this. And it works both ways. Like, Stephen was on my call last week, and everyone was like, oh my God, it's Stephen, it's Stephen. I'm so, you know, you guys, they're blowing up my phone, the chat group, everyone's like, it's Stephen Davies. And I'm like, Okay, I love you all. But you know what's funny is when my team is there, is that I get to sit there and I get to hear Stephen Davies come in onto our call. And then when I'm here, you guys get to hear us. But I don't want you to take for granted the leadership that you guys have in your organization. And sometimes that's the biggest thing that I tell people when I'm talking to them is that sometimes we forget what incredible leaders that we have. And we forget to be grateful every single day that you've got someone like Stephen Davies that is leading the charge in this organization, in the Davies organization. It's Davies Nation, and you have the ability to learn from one of the top leaders in the country. And I don't ever want you to take that for granted. Every time you send them a text, every time you pick up the phone, I would have my notepad out. I would have my recorder out, not necessarily a recorder, but I'd have my notepad out filled with questions ready to ask him because he's got so much information, Neil. Kyle, he wants to help you so much, but you got to come prepared as if you were talking to a superstar because you are talking to a superstar. And I think we forget about that. I think we become lackadaisical in talking, lackadaisical, I don't know if that's a word, but I'm going to use it today, in talking to our leaders because of the fact that we get to see them every day. But when I get around other people that are not inside of our business and they get to hear that what we're doing, like Stephen Davies' organization runs more business than some life insurance companies. That's crazy when you think about the access that you have to one of the youngest millionaires in the alliance going out there and killing it. And so I just want to implore you to come prepared to talk to one of the top leaders in the country. And I got some stuff for you guys. And Davey said I got, like, originally he was like, you got 15 minutes. And then he's like, take as much time as you want. So I'm known to be long-winded. So I want to dive right into things because I want to still be respectful of Davey's time and you guys' time. And so I love it. Soto, I love seeing you on the call, buddy. So here's what I'm so excited about right now. We just came back from family reunion, and there was 48 or 50 of us there at the family reunion manager meeting. And I will tell you, Billy, you have every right to have some FOMO, some fear of missing out, because you did. I love you, but you missed out on some stuff. And like, I wish I could transfer everything that was there this weekend, but here's what I want to tell you. I've been here at the Alliance for 14 years. So Kyle, I'm not saying I know everything. I'm just saying I may know a little bit of stuff. I started here at the Alliance when I was 24. You look about the same age. I think you're somewhere about there, Kyle. I don't really know how old you are. I started at the Alliance when I was 24. I'm 38 now. I don't care about telling you. And I'm wearing a sweatshirt right now because apparently I haven't learned that when I go to the beach, I should put sunscreen all over my body, not just in certain places. So I'm wearing a sweatshirt so you cannot see, because from like here up, totally sunburned. Everywhere else on my body, I'm good. Totally sunburned. Like bright red. And my organization knows, yes, that's possible because that's just me. That I manage to sunscreen but I'm like, and I'm 38. I should know these things by now. I should know that when I go to the beach, I should wear sunscreen everywhere. I don't know why I said that, but I am wearing a sweatshirt, and it is the summer, and it's like 100 degrees outside, but I don't care. I didn't want you all to see my sunburn. But I'm sitting here, Kyle, and after 14 years here at the Alliance, I'm more excited about what we have now. And I have to be honest with you, Neil. I think I forgot all of the crazy opportunities that we have here at the Alliance. And this weekend at family reunion, it was a reminder. I had to be reminded. And I was sitting there and I was thinking, Ed, that if I had to be reminded, even though I was here for 14 years, what have I not been telling people, Sabrina? Like, does that make sense? What have I not conveyed my excitement about how incredible of an opportunity that we have here at the Alliance? And I had written down some things that had occurred to me. Like, you ever have something like occurred to you, like you come home from the beach and it occurred to you, you missed the sunscreen and you're like, ouch, I should have put that on there. Like, that hurt me. And now it had occurred to me, Billy, that our opportunity here at the Alliance is so ridiculous, but I forget sometimes. And I have forgotten that we have the most incredible system. And I was sitting down with Jim Henson, who helps us put together all these carrier contracts. And Jenna, here's what I want to tell you, that there are some insurance companies out there that will only let you get one promotion a year, just one, Billy. So if you come out and you're killing it, they will say you can get a promotion, but only one a year. And after that, you have to wait till next year. And because of our ARC system, we can move up literally every single month in our promotion guidelines, and no one will stop us. Because of the ARC system, we can literally work with any carrier out there, regardless of their crazy stuff that they do, like one promotions a year. We can work with them because our ARC gives us the ability to do that. I had forgotten how, can I be honest, how bad to the bone Gina Hawks is. Like, we see her as going, I don't know, hotspots haven't been around for a while, but we see her as the gal that was going from like hotspots to hotspots doing training. And now we don't have hotspots. And I look at all the things she's been doing. Like, she has a link and she will literally get on the phone with you and help you sell massive IULs to people all over. And you can book a time with her, and she's there dedicated to help you. She's also the one that puts together the product pocket guides. She's also the one that put together the underwriting grids. Like, she puts all of these things together to make it easier for us to do business. Then we've got Chris Norris with annuities. We've got, I mean, all these crazy things. And I had forgotten that in other places, they don't have stuff like this. They don't have people like Andy Albright that have invested in the home office to make things better for you and I. And that every day they're trying to figure that out. And that's what, like, seriously, Billy, I was just thinking about what other things have I not taken advantage of and really have been like, oh, that's nice. Oh, that's cute. Oh, it's cute, Billy. You're doing phone calls at 6 a.m. West Coast time, but a top producer, but I don't get on it and listen to it. Like, I know, okay, I may be too hard, and I'm looking at Mimi. Mimi knows me. She's crazy. I see her driving around, and you're like, but I want to help you take advantage of your advantage. Jason, I want to help you, buddy. And so I put together, I want to call this message. I can't see everybody's video on this, but here's what I want to call this message. Okay, so if you're taking notes, here's the message. How to be a bad mother trucker. I don't say the F word. Well, sometimes I do, but I don't say it on conference calls. Okay, so I call it because how to be a bad mother trucker. Okay, I said the T word, TRUCKER. I did not say the F word, so I am not dropping F bombs. But if you want to fill that in, that's entirely up to you. Okay, but I know, as some people that have just met me, I'm really sorry. Stephen Davies will be back next week. He will be way more polished. He will not talk about things like sunburns or being a bad mother trucker, or he will not talk about any of those things. But I get to hold you guys hostage for the next 30 minutes. And, but I want to help you become that. Like, is that okay? Because I believe that each person on this call today, you aren't here because you wanted to just get by. Does that make sense, Kim? You didn't come because you were just hoping that maybe you would survive your life. I think each one of you guys are here today, Diana, because you wanted to thrive. You wanted to be a bad to the bone mother trucker, okay? I have some other words, but I'm not going to use them. But I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, Billy, you didn't come to the Alliance. You didn't come here because you wanted to be average, ordinary, and just survive your life. I think you came here, Kyle, because you wanted to win. I think you came here, Neil, because you wanted to succeed. Whatever success, Gustavo, looks like for you, you came so that way you could win. And I think we forget about that. So whether you have been here 5 minutes or you've been here 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years, 10 years, I think you came because you wanted to win. And I want to remind you today that you were bad to the bone, that you're a bad mother trucker. And you can decide to go out in there and win. So if we're talking on points, okay. First thing I got to tell you guys is that being bad to the bone is not only a do game, meaning what you do, it's also a thinking man's game. Meaning that when you just do, but you don't learn anything from that, it's wasted energy. Like some of you guys are putting in massive dials, massive appointments, but you don't take some time and you don't get on a call and you don't learn how to get better. Like I am shocked by the number of people that will do, but will not become a student of their business. On the other hand, I am shocked by the number of people that can tell me everything about every single product, but never put in the work ethic. So that is wasted potential. So on one side of the spectrum, you do, but you don't learn. And that is wasted energy. And then on the other side, you learn, but you never do, which is wasted potential. Does that make sense, Jason? Like some people, they study, but they won't go put in 400 dials for the week to go book 40 appointments. And some people will dial, but they won't put in an MP3, or they won't pull up a sales book or ask anyone for help to help them get better. They just keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. Like eventually it's gonna like just happen. But I wanna help it occur to you faster that you can absolutely explode your business. And you are exploding your business. You are absolutely taking it to the next level because you got some band of brothers that are on your team that are willing to go out there and just absolutely crush it. So here's what I want to tell you. Commitment, Billy, commitment to continuity breeds emotional stability. So Diana, commitment to continuity breeds emotional stability. And so much about our business is about emotional stability. I know, I'm a girl. I need help with that. But guys, if I was to be honest, you're just as emotionally unstable as us girls are sometimes when it comes to this business. Let's not be real. Some days we're up, some days we're down, some days we want to jump off a cliff, some days we're running through the streets naked. I don't really know where you're at today, but what I want to help you with is that commitment to continuity. So commitment to doing the same activity, the same work, to doing the basics in our business breeds emotional stability. So here's what I mean by that. So commitment to doing 400 dials a week and booking 40 appointments. Not just 1 week. Like it's good, Diana. You did it 1 week. I'm like super excited. I'm like, yay! And then I'm like, can we do it 2 weeks in a row? Can we do it 3 weeks in a row? Because what I know is if we do the activity, if we do the work, Kyle, that we will see the results that we're looking for. So the first thing I got to talk to y'all about, and I love this coin on Andy Albright. It says, what do I want? What do I want? And this is a thinking man's game. And here's what I mean by that. What do I want? What do I want out of this business? And so often I will have people tell me that they want the cars, they want the houses, they want the freedom, they want the money. But can I be honest with you? Like, Mike, I'm looking at you. Can I be honest with you? What it really boils down to, Nil, is it's not the stuff. But at the end of the day, I want the desire to go out there and every day put it on the line and give it my 100% effort to being the best. Because I know when I give it everything I've got every single day, Kyle, I'll get the stuff that I desire. Albright told me a long time ago, he goes, I don't want the dreams. I want the machine that funds the dreams. So often people will say, I want the house, I want the car, I want the money. I don't want those stuff. I want the machine that will fund every dream that I've got. So I have to focus on building that machine, not just the dream of achieving a contract, not just the dream of getting a car or buying the house or paying off the debt. I need the machine that will pop out the dreams, not just the dreams, Jason. And I know that's like counterintuitive, because we talk to people about the dreams and we talk to people about the stuff, and I love that. But can I be honest with you, Doug? What will get you there is the machine. What will get you there is every single day wanting to be the very best that you can be and putting 100% of your efforts every day into the work of that machine. And so, and here's what it starts with. It starts with, Kim, you deciding to go all in every single day, Diana. And what I find most agents do, no matter if you've been here for 5 minutes or 5 years, is that every day we have a battle that goes on inside of us, Billy, that says, should I do it or shouldn't I do it? Maybe I'll go all in. Maybe I won't go all in. Maybe I'll trust what Davey say. And we've got these conflicting thoughts that are tearing apart in our brain that keep us from moving forward. How do I know? Because every day, if you're like me, you lay in bed and you're like, I didn't do what I was supposed to do. I know I was supposed to make dials, but that's the problem. You know, my dog, it threw up on the floor, or whatever it is that's in your world. I don't really know. Maybe you're looking at the pile of dishes. Maybe you're looking at your grass is too high. I have no idea what keeps you from doing what you need to do every single day. Because at the end of it, here's what I know. If you didn't get done what you needed to get done today, it's because you didn't decide the moment that you woke up that you were going all in. And you're like, I did decide. No, you didn't. It's the 11th commandment. If I'm going to be honest with you, Jeremico, I know for most of y'all it's only 10, but I got an 11th in there. And I call it the 11th commandment because it says, thou shalt not fool thyself, because you are not fooling anybody else. Thou shalt not fool thyself, because you are not fooling anybody else. And I know that's crazy to think about it, but you got to decide. So number one is you got to decide what you want every single day, because the moment that you decide, Jeremico, you're able to move. It gives you the freedom to move. Listen to my words. The moment you decide to go all in, it gives you the freedom to move, Kyle. It gives you yourself the ability to absolutely crush it, because now it's not how little can I do to get the results, it's how much I can do and how far I can go and how fast I can get there. I tell people that when Jason and I got started 14 years ago, we had to make money because we live in California. We didn't have the option of not making money. And we had a big nut to crack, meaning we had to make a lot of it. And I remember going to our first major event. And at that point in time, we had been here for 6 months at the Alliance. I didn't know that we could become agency managers. See, when we started, like there wasn't all these things like leaderboards and promotion guidelines and conference calls and things that could help us. We had no idea that we could build our own business here. And I remember going to our first major conference and they were talking about becoming agency managers. And Jason and I were like, what? Because it's what we wanted all along. We wanted to build a massive business. We wanted to win. We wanted to have something that we could pass on to our children. And I remember looking at him and him looking at me and going, well, here's where we're at right now. Here's where we want to be. And we looked at the calendar and we decided that in the next 6 months, we would take our team, which had no one, had nothing on it, and we would go agency manager in the next 6 months. And we decided, because that was the quickest, according to the promotion guidelines, Billy. Now you can go agency manager in the next 2 months, the moment you decide, but that was the quickest. The promotion guidelines said we could become agency manager. But the moment we decided to go agency manager, we started pouring in everything into our business. Now we weren't just selling to pay our bills. We were selling to build the machine that was going to fund every dream that we have. And so often, Billy, I see top producers, Jeremico, I see top producers out there, and they go out there and they sell and they make a ton of money. And then they spend a ton of money, but they never actually get what they want, which is the machine that will fund every single dream that they got. So we sold like crazy. Jason's highest issue paid month was $56,000 in premium in 1 month. He had been here 6 months. It's still his number one month. It was something crazy, like 60 applications. And we had 2 products, Evan. It was like the mortgage protection product, and it was guaranteed issue final expense. Those were the only things that we had. So it was like we either were going to get paid on it now, or it was like a pro bono, because we didn't even like get paid on those at that point in time. It was like, oh, yay. Oh, you helped a person. I'm so glad. But that didn't actually put money in my bank account. That's how we felt. But that's all that we had. And he sold over $50,000 worth of premium. And now I look at the opportunity that we have, all of the different products that we've got. And I'm like, do you understand that you could take the money that you're making, Billy? And I love it. I want you to move up the promotion guidelines. But if you will pour it into the infrastructure of the machine, you will then fund every single dream that you got. Does that make sense, Jeremico? Like, I'm looking at you, buddy. It will help you fund every single dream that you got. But so often we get caught up in the dreams of the right now, the houses, the cars, the stuff, all of that. And I'm telling you, I made a commitment to Andy Albright that Jason and I would reinvest more into our business than ever. I'm making more money, Jeremico, than I've ever made. But if I'm being honest with you, I'm holding off. I'm delaying the gratification. It's crazy. I looked at my bank account and I was like, I could buy Jason a fully loaded Tesla and me a fully loaded Tesla, and I'd still have money in the bank account, like free cash, write a check, and I'd still have money in the bank account. But I don't. I hold off. I delay that gratification so that way I could pour it into the machine that will then fund even bigger dreams than my 2 paid off Teslas in cash. Like, I'm looking at that, Neil. And the only way that you're going to do that is by sitting down and going, what do I want? What do I want? Number 2 on my list is you got to white sheet it out. Not only do you got to know what you want, but you got to start looking at the steps on how to get there. You can't just keep making the same things, doing the same things, expecting the same results. I call it, maybe when you were in school, it was like brainstorming, Doug. Like, you put a little circle in the middle of the page. Our CEO talks about white sheeting and putting in there what you want, and then start drawing out the things that you need to do to get there. So often people will tell me what they want, but then they don't look at what they've got to do to get there. They don't look at, hey, if I want to start booking 40 appointments, I need the leads every single week. I need to put in the dial time every single week to get there. I need to become incredible at mastering the basics of our business. What's the basics? Well, picking up checks, ERSs, annuities, IULs, referrals. I'm having moments right now because I didn't write them all down, and I tend to forget things if I don't write it down. I don't know about you guys. I gotta write stuff down. I'll forget things in a heartbeat. Recruiting across the kitchen table. Those are basics in our business, and you've got to become incredible. Oh, that's my puppy. So I work out of my home office. I have a Great Dane. She's right here. She's like, hi. She comes in and sees me and harasses me, and really all that she wants to do is gnaw on my hand for the next hour, because she's kind of like a kid, and once she knows that I'm on a conference call, she wants to come harass me for a little bit. But she is our Great Dane puppy. She's 10 months old. She weighs 120 pounds, and she keeps getting bigger. I have a motto in everything in my life: go big or go home, and that includes my dogs. But she's a big old baby. So white sheet it out, okay? First, you've got to decide. Then you've got to, thank you, Jason. I appreciate your little notes in the chat because I was like missing things. I appreciate people that help me out because I forget stuff in a heartbeat. So number 3 is, I find that there are 3 reasons why we don't accomplish our goals, Billy. Like, there's 3 main reasons, like, if I'm being honest with you. So number 3 would be the 3 main reasons we don't accomplish what we want to see in our business. 1 is don't know how. I'm going to give it to y'all, and then we're going to break it down. Don't know how. You don't know how to accomplish your goal. Number 2, you don't believe. Can I be honest with you? Some of you guys have written down goals and life has beaten you up and you just don't believe. You may not believe in yourself. You may not believe in the system, but whatever you want to call it, is you just don't believe. And the third reason why we don't accomplish our goals is because we are indifferent. We just don't care. Like, it would be nice, but if we don't do it, it's not, it's not the end of the world. You're indifferent to that. So let me give you an example. 40 appointments. The Alliance has been talking a ton about 40 appointments, Mimi. And if we break down 40 appointments and we talk about these 3 reasons why we don't set the goals, I will be honest, the first one usually is for brand new agents. They don't know how. Like, can I be honest? Like, Jeremy, it's good that we're talking about, but they don't know how. And they desperately want to figure out how. So I want to talk to you about how you can start booking 40 appointments in the next 3 to 4 weeks. I know you want to do it this week. And like, I love it that you can. But I want to show you how over the next 3 to 4 weeks, you can get up to booking 40 appointments a week. And it will be easier, Micah, than you realize. It will be simpler, but you got to follow it, because remember, you didn't know how, Doug. So I want to help you with that how. So in our organization, we talk a lot about ERSs. That's our referrals. And we are ferocious. When I say ferocious about it, I will call you up and say, why did you not get your ERSs? I have been known to do that. And if my team, like some of my team are here, they will ask you, they'll be like, I made a sale. And my next words out of my mouth are like, yay, did you get ERSs? Micah, who's brand new, is like, yes, it's literally the next words out of my mouth. Okay. So here's what I want to show you is this week, I want you to work with, I don't know who does leads in Davies organization. I want you to call up whoever helps you with leads. And you need to get 30 to 40 leads. I don't care if they are the $2 leads. I don't care if they are $5 or $40. I do not care what type, but you need 30 to 40 leads this week that you can call. And here's what I know. Even if you get, Jason, the $2 leads, just the $2 ones, and you book 5 to 7 appointments this week, and you're like, woohoo, I booked it, $2 leads, yay. You're going to make 3 to 4 sales, 3 to 4 sales. And you're going to be like, well, that's not exciting. I need to make, I need to do more than 3 to 4 sales. But Diana, wait. Every home, look at me, Kyle, every home, you need minimum 10 ERSs, 10. And when you make 30 to 40 sales, 3 to 4 sales with 10 ERSs, that's going to give you 30 to 40 ERSs. But I want you to slow down when you're in the home. You only made 3 to 4 sales, buddy. Can I be honest with you? Like, Diana, you made 3 to 4 sales. Let's not pretend we're that busy. Let's not pretend like we don't have an extra 5 minutes to sit in the home and say, you know what would really help make this process go faster is if you called these 10 people so that way I could go and drop off the information. And while you're in the home, you make the decision to spend 5 extra minutes to have your client call all 10 of the ERSs and book you 10 appointments with those ERSs. So you took 1 appointment, Kyle, and you turned it into 10. Holy moly. If you did that every single time, Billy, and you made, Billy, you had the biggest app count, 22 applications. Can you give me a show of sign, like how many homes that was? You know how many homes that was? It was 22. He said 1 minute. I don't think it was just one, but 1 minute. It's probably 15. Maybe it's 20. I don't really know. He'll tell me in a second. But if you did that, Kyle, for your 3 to 4 homes that you sold by week 2, if you need to unmute yourself because you can't show me on one hand, that's cool too. How many homes was it?
I helped 13 homes.
13 homes. So 13 homes, 10 ERSs, 10 appointments. That means this week, Billy, because you took an extra 5 to 7 minutes in your home, you would have 130 appointments. Do you know how much that cost you? 0. 0. Nothing. Nada. So your biggest expense will be your leads in your business. And here's what I want to tell you. If you're a brand new agent, you're going to spend 20%. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. You're going to spend 20% in marketing costs. Those are our leads. And I love talking about leads, but I'm going to call it what every business calls it, which is marketing expenses. The average business will spend 20%. So if you're coming in here and you're wanting to make 6 figures and you don't put 20% in, I'm just telling you, you're not going to win. It's going to be really hard for you to win because that's marketing. That's what every business does. And I hate it when people are like, oh, I had to spend $10 on leads. And I'm like, oh, you're going to make $100 because I just know what the numbers are, 20%. So you will either spend 20% of your money, Billy, on marketing, or you will spend 5 minutes extra in every home. And that would have yielded you 130 appointments. 130. By the way, you're like, but what about my dial time? Well, you don't really need dial time. Like, I'm not telling you to stop dialing, but if you will become ferocious in the basics, now, Billy, instead of you taking 2 days out to make your dials, now you're sitting here and you've already got the appointment booked for you. And I know, like, it's mind-blowing. And some people are probably shaking their heads going, ah. But I want to tell you guys who've been here for a long time, if you're brand new here, it's okay. But if you've been here for a long time, I want to be like, can we become better at our jobs? Because this is what better at our jobs look like. Can we no longer be a lead junkie? I mean, it's cool, and you can spend your 20. So don't go turning off your GMRs. Don't go not buying your leads. I'm just telling you, can you get better? Because remember how we talked about earlier that work without learning is wasted energy. So what's happening now is you've got to a point, where you're seeing success, but you're wasting your energy. I got like texts coming up all over the place. I don't know where to look right now. I got people texting me. I got people blowing up the chat group. Okay. One of the things, I see that, Kyle, and I'm going to get around to it. So thank you for posting that question. If you guys got questions posted in the chat, I look at the chat. I will answer them. So 10 in every home. Kyle, here's what I want to tell you. My 85-year-old grandma, when she died, had a phone. She didn't know how to work it well, but it had a contact list in it. And she also kept a book where she kept every phone number in it that she could barely read. But she's got that. So one of the things that you've got to get better at when you're sitting down with the client is prodding them to put more people on. And there's a bunch of calls. Lee Reyes does a bunch, and I'll make sure that there's a link that goes up, and I'll send it to Stephen Davies. And it's got all the different ways that you can get better. But really understand that ERSs and getting names and numbers is about you not settling for the 3 to 4. We get comfortable with the 3 to 4. And to be honest with you, when it comes down to it, you don't really believe. Remember, why don't we accomplish our goals? You don't really believe. So you don't push for the 10. Because to be honest with you, when you walk out, whether it's 3, 4, or 10, you're not planning on calling them anyways. They're going to sit on your desk, and it doesn't really matter. So you don't waste the time getting the 10 because you're like, I'm probably going to throw this sheet away. Like, can we be honest with you? Like, can I get like an amen or preach it baby or, something of that nature? I don't know what you guys say on yours. But that's the truth, is that we won't settle down enough to sit there and say, who else? And one of the key things that I talk about, especially with older people in their 70s, 80s, who are your nieces? Who are your nephews? Who are your grandkids? I want the younger generation, because 10, 15 years from now, if all they give me is the 70 and 80-year-olds that they currently know, they're probably going to be dead too. And that's no help to them. So you need to learn how to ask the questions so you get the younger generations. Who are the nieces? Who are the nephews? Who are the younger people? Who is the ones that if you fall, that they're going to take care of you? Who's your prayer circle? Who's your sewing circle? I don't really know. Who's the person, if you're stuck at home bedridden, who's going to be the people that are going to bring you the food? And you've got to get good at asking questions to help get you to that next level. But again, it's the don't know how, and we'll make sure we get that link up. I've got like 5 calls. Lee Reyes is incredible at that. He gets like 20 ERSs. He's a master at that. Marvin Osuna did some training for us. He's incredible. Last July, he hit an all-time record of 63 applications in a month, no leads. I think he paid close to like $48,000 in premium last July when I ran this top contest. No leads, Jeremico. No leads. And I'm not telling you to stop getting leads. See, your leads are an opportunity to build your book of business, to then grow your book of business. Like, I always hear old insurance agents, meaning people that have been in the insurance industry, going, your book of business, your book of business, your book of business. And then I'm like, let's call your book of business and I'll show you how to get better. And they're like, no, don't want to do that. And I'm like, that is your most valuable asset. But the reason why they don't want to do that is because they're scared. Because they're worried about it. Because they don't want to grow themselves, and in turn, it will grow their business. And the third reason why you don't get the ERSs, the third reason why you can't take 3 or 4 appointments and turn it into 30, and now you're making 5 to 7 sales, and now we're turning it into 40 to 50 appointments, is we're indifferent. And maybe you're indifferent because you just, like Neil, like if I'm honest with you, you don't believe, you don't know how, you don't really care much. And it's easier to shrink your life. Okay, this is huge. This is COVID right now, and I may go over a couple minutes, and I apologize, Stephen. But it's easier to shrink your life to a harsher living than it is to discipline yourself for a better living. I'm going to say that again. It's easier to shrink your life. And through all of this COVID right now, I've seen indifference with agents because they've been okay with shrinking their life to a harsher living versus the discipline it will take for you to have an extraordinary living. And I want to tell you guys how important that you are. I was speaking with one of our agents, and they were talking to me about how during this time of COVID, she's like, we need compassion for agents. And she's not selling anything and she's not working, but she wants me to have compassion because she wants it to be okay with not working during this time. And here's what I said, Kyle. I was like, do you realize that if we all stop working, when we all decide to go back to work, there will be nothing for us to go back to. Does that make sense, Mimi? Like if we all stop working, if we all stop doing the basics, then there will be nothing for us to go back to work to. If we all had the idea that it was okay just because it got hard, just because things changed in our lives. Like, does that make sense? The biggest lesson I'm trying to teach my kids right now, I have a soon-to-be senior. She'll be a senior in high school this year, and they're not going back to school, which means no senior activities, none of that stuff. And she's literally spent her entire life leading up to the moment when you graduate high school, you're big man on campus, you get to do the senior sunrise, you get to do senior ditch day, you get to graduate, walk across the stage, and now the thing that she's been looking forward to her entire life, graduation, is no longer going to look like she thought it would. And I'm so grateful for COVID right now because that is life. Because you're going to be wanting things. You're going to be pushing towards things. And the things that you are pushing towards the most, Diana, sometimes I hate to tell you, no matter how hard or how long you pushed for it, it's not going to look the way you thought it would look. Like I thought if I made 400 dials this week that I would instantly book 40 appointments. And then you booked 5. I thought if I went into every home and I got ERSs and that I would have 100 appointments and you got 2. Like the thing, so can we learn this lesson that there will be times in your life that you will have to push for things and it won't look the way you thought it was going to look, Neil. And can I tell you adults, just like I'm telling my teenagers, you've got to become okay with that. You've got to pick yourself up and say, it wasn't about the destination. It's about me becoming the type of person that will put in the work to build the machine that will fund every single dream, even if it doesn't look the way I thought it would. Because I don't know what's crazier than a pandemic in our country, but I promise you, you're going to hit crazy things in your life. But if you can become the type of person that regardless of what it looks like, you have developed that ability to go to work day in and day out because it is the machine that you are building, not the dreams. It is the machine that will pop out every single dream. So Kyle, you got to focus on the machine. The dreams are great. I love them. The cars, the house, the purses, the shoes. I like those kind of things. The sparkly jewelry. Love that kind of stuff too. The trips and the vacations. But you've got to focus on the machine. And it starts with getting deadly at your job and putting in massive activity. I hope some people I know probably jumped off and they're like, she is crazy. When is Stephen Davies coming back? And that's okay. My people get to deal with me every week. Y'all get to deal with Stephen Davies. But But here's what I want to tell you guys. I am more encouraged right now. And here's what you should be. If this hits you between the eye and you're like, ooh, that hurts, thank Stephen Davies for that. But not like in a sarcastic way, like you can thank Stephen Davies. No, thank Stephen Davies that he would allow someone to come in and look around and say, there's some things that need to be fixed. Does that make sense? Because no one wants to expose. It's hard as a leader to get on. It's hard to let someone else on your call because it exposes your weakness as a leader. Thanks, Stephen Davies, for being vulnerable enough to let me sit here and look underneath the rug where we've swept all our dirt of things that we don't want talked about, that he's allowing me to come in and to sit there and say, guys, we can be better. Team, he needs your help. It's just not about Stephen Davies. But what I know is that Davies Nation is a winning team. It's a winning organization. It is known for excellence. And during this time, there will be leaders, there will be organizations like the Davies Nation that will rise up and they will answer the call and say, I will lead the way. I will take personal responsibility and I will get better at my job. I will be the next person to post on band about 40 appointments. I will put in the work about the ERSs. I will recruit my little tail off to build my machine that will fund every single dream. Because here's what I want to tell you, Davies Nation, you bad mother truckers. And if you got to look at yourself in the mirror and say that as your positive affirmation, if you got to write that in lipstick on your mirror, I do not care because you are bad to the bone. Wake up every morning saying I'm a bad mother trucker. You can say it, but wake up every morning, look at yourself and realize that you are bad to the bone and see how it starts changing your self-image. Because just like we forget about how incredible our leaders are, what an incredible system that we have here, we forget that we are bad to the bone. Davies, Stephen, that is all that I've got. I am 7 minutes over, and I apologize that I have gone over, but it has been an honor to be part of this team, and I am so jacked up, excited to see what you guys are doing next, because you have some of the most incredible leaders that are here right now. And I just love it that I'm in this fight with you, and I'm going to kick it back to you, and I'm going to stop talking. Otherwise, I'll just keep talking.
Tawney, that was awesome. You said so many powerful things. It's just like that thing about it's easier to a harsher life than it is. Oh my God. And then like that thing about the machine. I had some content. You know what? Let's just go get it done. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Tawney. Please give my love to Jason and the kids. Thank you so much. What an incredible message. I got nothing else to say. Let's just go out and get it done. All right? Holly and I love y'all. Hammer down.